What's up everyone, and welcome back to your daily dose of Fortnite here at the Happy Power channel, and welcome back to the first edition of the Fortnite news section. You guys definitely know I always bring you guys the Fortnite news every single day, and finally, thanks to a massive amount of people asking me to, we're finally covering the Fortnite players, the drama of the community, and all that good stuff because, well, that's part of the news, and I usually just cover leaks and stuff like that as far as news, but why not cover actual news and cover the Fortnite players and what's going on with the Fortnite community. Now, what better time to introduce our first video than, of course, the leaked contract of Tfue and FaZe. For anyone who has no idea, Tfue and FaZe had a massive falling out, only because Tfue wants to get out of his massive, horrible contract from FaZe Clan. Now, for whatever reason, FaZe will not release him for his contract for the past couple of years. Now, this is mostly because I hear FaZe put so much money and so much power and energy into FaZe Tfue in order to make him what he is today, and essentially he created FaZe Tfue. Now, the contract is for 3 years, and considering FaZe Tfue is now the biggest Fortnite player in history, obviously FaZe wants to get something back from it, as they have not collected any sort of money or anything of that nature from FaZe Tfue. During the entire duration of FaZe Tfue's career, FaZe Clan and FaZe have only collected $60,000 off his entire career, and of course his entire sponsorship with FaZe Clan. Now, considering FaZe Tfue makes a sickening amount of money, probably upwards of $10 million a year, and they only collected $60,000, that is not even remotely 1%, that is like 0.01%. So of course FaZe is a little salty because now FaZe Tfue wants more, but does he really? You see, FaZe Tfue is only completely scared because the original contract just got leaked, and man, if I was FaZe Tfue, I would be completely scared myself. So thanks to the Blast News as well as Keemstar, here is the original contract for FaZe Tfue's sponsorship with FaZe Clan. Brand deals brought to you by FaZe Clan. Tfue keeps 20% of that money, FaZe Clan keeps 80% of that money. In-game stickers / merchandise, 50% and 50% to FaZe Clan. Brand deals brought in by the gamer, 50% and 50%. Okay, wait, so if Tfue finds his own brands, they still take 50% of his money? What the heck? Appearance fees, 50% they take. Prize money, 80% to Tfue, FaZe Clan 20%. That one is kind of a given because of course FaZe Clan is an organization, and of course they make these massive tournaments possible, and of course they probably put a lot of the money towards Tfue actually being inside of there. But man, they do in fact take a lot of money from Tfue. And just because they have not collected it just yet, the massive fear that Tfue has is they can legit take it at any point. And to back that up, thanks to King Richard, we actually have for you guys this amazing clip that explains exactly what Tfue's fears actually are. Just because FaZe Clan has not collected their money, they still have the potential to just completely steal all of his money. So here you guys go, roll the clip from King Richard.
Is that there's no transparency between org, player, and the public, right? He's asking them to release his contract because under his contract, he can't talk about his fucking contract. That is shady business if you've ever asked me. Like, why would you not want me to be able to talk about my contract? Why can't I tell people how much money I make per year off of my contract? How come we can't disclose this information to the public and to other players so another player could know what they're worth? Like, there might be another player coming up that's like where Tfue is. They should know and be able to see a contract like that to have something to go off of. All that shit is hitting, and it's allowing shady business. Like, that is shady. The fact that they hide contracts. If I want to go and see how much LeBron makes a year when he's...
Alright guys, so we can definitely tell it's more than what you guys think. Tfue is not even allowed to even remotely talk about anything about the contract, nothing about what he makes, what the shares are, or absolutely anything. He's not even allowed to even defend himself without a lawyer, in the fear that FaZe Clan could actually completely destroy his career by suing him. And not to mention, considering the fact they had a massive falling out, or even without the falling out, with inside his 3-year contract, even though they have not collected any money, they could legit take up to 80% at any point because that's what the contract says. So imagine this, Tfue is making $10 million a year. FaZe Clan says, we're not going to collect any money from you, just trust us. Even though the contract says we can take up to 80%, just trust us. Okay, so that is just not a good idea. That is just a horrible feeling to have. I mean, imagine at any point, someone could just take 80% of that $10 million you just made. Like, that's just absolutely crazy. And it's legal. Like, they could legally take that because he signed the contract back before he was famous, which he had no idea as far as what was happening, what was going to be inside of here, or anything of that nature. He was pretty much just a naive Fortnite player who has just entered the Fortnite community and, you know, the actual esports scene basically. So now we have for you guys the official response from Tfue, and yes guys, it's horribly cringe, it's just completely scripted by his lawyer, but here you guys go, roll it.
Yo, what is up, guys? I'm gonna keep this video really short and to the point. First, I want to say all the stuff about the gambling, the stunts, the drinking. I told my lawyer I did not want that in there, and he will do exactly just that. He will take it out. So that is no worries. That is out of my way. What I really want to talk about is the main point. I never wanted to upset anybody. I never wanted to bring that stuff in. I never wanted to get anybody to get emotional, because this isn't about that. This is about me and this contract. This contract that I signed when I didn't know any better. I'm an idiot. I should have never signed it in the first place. This 3-year contract. What is in this contract is so bizarre. It's so fucked. I wish you guys could see this thing, because I can't even fathom it. This contract basically allows FaZe at any point in the 3 years to just fucking take all my hard earnings and all my hard work and just strip it. Over 49%, over 79%. What is in this contract is insane, and that's not even the worst parts. And what I'm trying to do here is just serve justice to the esports community, the esports industry. These kids are getting ripped off. They're getting taken advantage of. These contracts are not okay, and this needs to never happen again. And there's tons of people in contracts this bad, just like me. And I'm the first person to stand up and say, this is fucked. This is not right. This is not cool. This is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. And if only you guys could see what is in this contract. I can't disclose what is within this contract, but FaZe Clan, please release the contract for the public to see. Fuck, let me show the public. Just give me permission to show these people the truth that is within this contract. That's all I really have to say. Show the fucking contract, FaZe. Release the fucking contract. Everybody, hashtag release the fucking contract. Release it, please.
Alright guys, so luckily he dropped all of that like underage drinking and all that other stuff, because honestly, he obviously underage drinks. There's so many videos coming out that he was actually underage drinking by himself without FaZe Clan making him do that stuff, and as well as the dangerous stunts and stuff like that. Obviously, he actually convinced all the rest of the Fortnite players that were in the FaZe Clan to do dangerous stunts, so that was just complete BS as well. So luckily he dropped those two charges slash, you know, basically just things he said.
I want you guys to understand something very important too. FaZe and Banks have every right to be super emotional. What you guys are about to see right now, Sunday, April 1st, this is the day, like this is when Tfue got signed with FaZe. Look at these graphs. The Fortnite Fridays performance and all that stuff, Keemstar hosted those, and the only reason that Tfue got into those is because he was in FaZe. Keemstar let him in because he was a part of FaZe Clan Deluxe. So he actually would not have even made it into Fortnite Fridays unless he was a part of FaZe. I'm showing that out there.
Now let's move on with the rest of the video. So Tfue is so angry at FaZe Clan and so fed up with organizations that it appears he's going to be starting his own. So thanks to Juke Squad, which of course is Jack Teeny, or aka Tfue's brother, he said this: Turner wants to create his own organization, work with brands he wants, and overall be free to change the face of gaming forever. FaZe refused to allow him to do this. Turner creating his own organization is in his best interest, emotions and friendships aside. The corporate side of FaZe would never let him do that. Turner had no choice. This is his only option to get out of his contract and to make his plans and dreams a reality. Banks might be upset, but Turner doing this is going to help a lot of more people than it hurts. Alright, so apparently Turner is starting his own organization to of course fight back against FaZe Clan's bad side, basically. You know, not the bank side, but the legal side of FaZe that is signing people into FaZe with horrible, awful contracts with awful shares, such as 80% of the money to FaZe and of course 20% of the money to the players. So, you know, that's actually a good thing. That's actually something I stand by Tfue, because I know for a fact that if someone has already gone through something, they're not going to do it to somebody else. So unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Tfue and Banks are probably going to lose their friendships over this. There's a possibility of Banks losing even FaZe Clan other members because of other bad contracts and all that crazy stuff. So not quite sure what's going on, but let's see what FaZe Banks has to say over on Twitter. Alright, so obviously FaZe Banks has tweeted out like just a million tweets. I mean, absolutely a million tweets, but he's very upset about FaZe Tfue, Jack his brother, and you know, just all this crazy stuff, because obviously he really does like Tfue. It was probably one of his best friends. He even has a tattoo on his leg that says to use code Tfue. Like, just imagine how like awful he must feel about this. So what he tweeted first thing up today is basically a response to Jack's tweet, which is actually about Turner's organization and Tfue wanting to start his own organization, stuff like that. So let's just see what this says. Wow, Jack, you really blew it this time. Turner wants to make his own organization. So this whole superhero for the people, by the people narrative makes a little more sense now. Convenient. Why wasn't this a part of the original press release then? Why is this all about poor kids now? I'll tell you why, because all Turner's bullcrap statement amounted to was more scripted, manipulative, legal tactics. That's why. Let's make this about the community. Win the community's opinion and sign a bunch of players in the name of fair contracts. It took me 15 minutes of hearing about this whole thing to get on camera and pour my effing heart out. And to tell the absolute truth, it took you 2 full days to make a scripted, awkward 2-minute video to just now tell everything that is about saving the community. LMFAO. It's disgusting, and anyone who doesn't see straight past this, sorry, but you're an absolute idiot. Turner isn't some martyr for the greater good. He's a selfish butthole who doesn't give a F about anyone but himself. Like, seriously, homie, you're down the street from me. Let's just talk. Alright, so pause. Yes, he actually is legit right down the street from him. According to this photo, this is actually at the second FaZe house, which is located just legit next door. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff right there. Not quite sure why they don't just talk in real life, rather than going on Twitter and just going back and forth. But yeah, not quite sure how I feel about that. But let's keep on reading on because it's almost over. This crap is so see-through. Listen, obviously Turner's initial contract was awful. Okay, we can agree with that one, but never disagreed with that. But over the last year, we have offered him so many new ones, solutions, 0% spritz, honest and more than fair ways to solve the issue. And again, this was never about money. We expected this to happen, and over the last year, we have collected $60,000 from over $300,000 in brand deals. We have brought him 20%, that is all. This wasn't about the money, ever, or an unfair contract. I know I'm being a lot and this effing team hates me right now for tweeting all this crap, but F it. For me, this isn't strategy. I don't have a lawyer guiding me through. I'm just being honest and real, and this isn't scripted. I'm not a robot. I'm a real effing person. I cannot believe this. Seriously though, sit on this. This is all about the community and standing up for what's right. Why wasn't this highlighted in the initial press release? Why wasn't this the main subject? It was a hit piece with the intent of getting out of his contract for himself and nobody else. For the effing people telling me to calm down or get off Twitter, no, that just isn't me. Never was and never will be. I'm not gonna be some ghost for 2 days and read some bullcrap script a lawyer handed me. It's effing gross. These are my raw initial thoughts on all of this. Sorry. Seriously, Banks, oh my gosh. So I just read through like all of it and like 5 more tweets just came out. So it says, deep breath. With all that being said, with every intention of releasing the contract, I have nothing to hide and I've made a mistake about allowing people to ruin my business, which resolve those issues and trying our best. The contract was trash, there's no denying that. We'll be releasing the contract we've offered since Tfue to try to make this right. Stay tuned for that. Trust me, nobody on the planet wanted him to sign a new healthy contract more than I did, because then at least Turner would still be in FaZe and we'd still be homies. Listen, you F Tfue, I really do still love you to death. If I could have prevented this from happening, I definitely would. I did everything I could. I'm exhausted and I know you would be too. Let's sit down and talk. Please, bring whatever you want by your side. I'll come along. Last tweet, hopefully. He keeps tweeting out more and more tweets. I'm sorry for all this. It was a lot. I'm really through it right now, guys. Bear with me. This is super emotional. It's hard for me to turn a filter on. Walking away from Twitter for a little while. Yes, Banks, walk away. Stop making 1,000 tweets a day and just making yourself look even worse. Please, please, please. Alright, so last but not least, Keemstar just tweeted out this. FaZe is planning on making a 5-minute or less official video statement on Drumler today at 5 PM Eastern Standard Time. In the same video, trying to get more statements from FaZe Tfue's camp. Alright guys, so I don't think we're going to go any further than that because that's just more than enough context to let you guys know what's going on right now and to keep you guys up to date as much as possible. The short thing is, honestly guys, I don't know what's going to be happening. The contract is absolutely just horrible and I'm not quite sure what to think about this or what to feel about this, but yeah, nonetheless guys, I'm definitely curious what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, and do you guys want to see more videos just like this one here on the YouTube channel? If you do, drop a fat like on today's video and subscribe with those notifications on. I'll be covering news every single day as far as FORTNITE leaks, the FORTNITE community, the drama and all that good stuff, so content will be never ending and I really hope you guys enjoy it. As always, thanks for watching, and most of all, stay happy.